said, hey TikTok, how y'all doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it's been a while. I do need to get back to going live with my YouTube audience, with you guys. We have been reading several books, To Be a Slave, season 4 of Eat the Cake, Drink the Wine, Fuck Them People podcast. I'm Coach TOT, your podcast host. We'll return this Saturday at 2:22 p.m. But we will finish reading To Be a Slave. We're going to close out with chapter 7, which talks about emancipation, and it helps you to understand what it was like to be a slave in the United States of America. But once the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, what was it like for the slaves at that time? So we're hearing from the mouths of my ancestors, actual slaves, once they were freed, what that was like and what it meant for them. Which it didn't mean a whole lot, because you're free and now you have nowhere to live. You have no job, you have no money, you have no clothes, you have absolutely nothing. So you were basically given the word of freedom, but nothing else. So we're going to hear from the mouths of the ancestors of what that was like for them. The book is written by Julius Lester, and the information is pulled out of the Library of Congress, which is in Washington, D.C. I do plan on taking my trip to Washington, D.C. in the month of September to visit the Library of Congress to actually look at some of these documents myself. You can actually look at these documents online at the Library of Congress online, but I also want to dig into the Civil War, because a lot of people, believe it or not, believe, because it was taught, that the Civil War started to end slavery, and that's not the reason the Civil War started. The reason the Civil War started was to take back ownership of the federal states that considered themselves separating from the Union. And President Lincoln made it very clear to them that, hey, the Union is older than the United States Constitution, so it is legally impossible to separate from the Union. So the before we had the United States Constitution, we had what is called the Articles of Confederation. The United States Constitution came from the convention in Philadelphia, where they took a few months to create the United States Constitution. Then that ended up being sent to different states. As it went to the different states to be ratified, then it became the Constitution that we know it as today. So in this particular reading, I have decided to hello everyone. I have decided to do a reading of and I'm sorry I have to mute y'all because I'm about to read. So we're going to be reading Neville Goddard's deluxe collection. And I actually, look at here. This was my card that I had, is I can follow the trails of good feeling thoughts. So if it's a good feeling thought, that's definitely what you want to follow. Any thought that, hey Sky Ranger, how you doing, boo? Any thought that is a good feeling thought, that is the thought that you want to keep and kind of focus on. Hey Jaja. I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm trying to get back to you guys. I've been over here on TikTok just doing all this TikTok stuff. And I'm like, let me get back over to my YouTube family, because YouTube, y'all was showing out for me. And it just so happened I ended up going viral over on TikTok. So I had been doing a lot of video replies over there. I did finally set back up where you guys can see the content that's showing on TikTok, where it will flow over to YouTube, because I had turned that off for a moment. So now that it's showing again. Thank you. So I got a battle. I'm in a battle right now over here on TikTok. But this was my card that is actually on chapter 3, the gift of faith. So I think that's where we're going to pick up reading in today. But this card says, most people have put anything that earns money in the category of the things that I have to do. And that is why the money often comes so hard. If you are wise enough to follow the trail of good feeling thoughts by deliberately looking for positive aspects along your way, you will come into vibrational alignment with who you really are and with the things you really want. And once you do that, the universe must deliver to you a viable means to achieve your desires. And I believe that wholeheartedly, that the things that I desire, they will come to me. Hey, Max Designs Pro, happy fans. Sky Ranger, go ahead and ask me a question, and I promise you I'm going to try to answer it. And I love the fact that these are like single battles that go on now over here on TikTok. They're not team battles. I like that. which means if somebody drops, I don't even know what you're talking about. Max Design Pros, happy fans saying Riz did what hurt? I feel like this is a punchline for a joke. So the gift of faith. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and in his offerings, but unto Cain and to his offerings he had no respect. Thank you. Thank you. Halo Non Dong Chong Coffees. I think I said that right. Hey, Gwendolyn Brown. Hey, March Arts. Hey, Maximova. Thank you. Yes, let's keep it going. Yay! Come on. Let's tap that screen. Yeah, y'all, I'm in a battle over here, so I'm multitasking. I'm so sorry. I'm multitasking over here. Sky Ranger, you didn't give me anything last night, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes. Hey, Digital. What's up? Hey, Embark, how you doing, bro? How you doing? Welcome in. Look at y'all. Oh, y'all showing out over here. Come on. Yes, let's tap that screen. Throw some gifts if y'all need to charge up for your gifts on the TikTok shop. Do that. Let me finish this stream and then I can come over to yours, okay? I can't come right now because I'm in the middle of a battle. Help me win this battle, then I can come over to yours. We got 1 minute, 21 seconds to go. Come on. Hey, Jaquavius. Sky Range, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, for real. Hey! Okay, we down to the last minute of the battle. Hey, Emmercan. How you doing? Hey, boo. Come on, tap the screen. Help me win the battle. Tapping the screen and throwing gifts is what helps me win. Come on. Tap. Let's throw them gifts. Can I get some roses? Can somebody give me some roses? My goal is a cup of coffee. If y'all want to give me a cup of coffee so I'll drink the coffee. Yes, I will. Sky Ranger, who are you? I don't even know who the hell. Thank you for your interaction. Sky Ranger, can you tap the screen over here? Like, they have the ability, you can tap the screen like the live. You can do hearts. They don't have gifts over here, but over here on TikTok, they have battles. Okay, come on. Yes, come on. 2, 1. Woo! Yeah, baby. Thank you. Woo. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye. Yeah, we got to end the match. I got a request to end the match. Can y'all believe that? Hey, Edwin Jones. Okay, so going back to the reading. So if we search the scriptures, we will become aware of a far deeper meaning in the above quotation than that which a literal reading would give us. The Lord is no other than your own consciousness. So we're not selling anything. We're reading the Veil Guard right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna battle no more. You're not gonna leave? Okay. I am is the self-definition of the Lord. Cain and Abel, as the grandchildren of the Lord, can be only personifications of two distinct functions of your own consciousness. The author is really concerned to show the two contrary states of the human soul. And he has used two brothers to show these states. The two brothers represent two distinct outlooks on the world possessed by everyone. One is the limited perception of the senses, and the other is an imaginative view of the world. Cain, the first view, is a passive surrender to appearances and an acceptance of life on the basis of the world without. A view which inevitably leads to unsatisfied longing or a contentment with disillusion. Abel, the second view, is a vision of fulfilled desire, lifting man above the evidence of the senses to that state of relief where he no longer pines with desire. Ignorance of the second view is a soul on fire. Knowledge of the second view is the wing whereby it flies to the heaven of fulfilled desire. So the scripture was, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and in his offerings, but unto Cain and to his offerings he had no respect. So just to break that down a little bit, Cain and Abel had to give an offering to the Lord. One gave from their heart, okay, and God accepted that because God knew it came from a good place. The other one gave, but they kept what was best for them to themselves, and then what they gave to God was just like, yeah, take this. And God knew that wasn't from the heart. It came from it came from selfishness. And if it came from selfishness, then that means that God can't honor that because you didn't do it from the heart. That's so prolific right now. Hey Sally, how you doing? So in this reading, we are going through the gift of faith. So it's saying seed time and harvest. Come eat my bread and drink of the wind that I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live. In the epistle to the Hebrews, the writer tells us that Abel's offering was faith and states the author, without faith it is impossible to please him. Hebrews 11:6. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Hebrews 11:1 and 3. Now this ties in. I did a live reading yesterday on my TikTok page. And in that reading, I was telling the Butterfly Collective, this is the season to be completely delusional. And unfortunately, but fortunately, delusion and faith, in my opinion, is the same thing. Because when you're delusional, you're believing for something that you can't see, right? Hey, Kenneth, you're believing for something that you can't see, but you're trusting and believing that it is going to come from the spiritual realm into the natural realm. That's delusion. But that's also faith. So this is the season to be completely delusional, to believe that the things that you're desiring are going to come into your existence. And the word that I was given was by the end of September, you're going to see those things that you are being delusional about come to fruition. So Cain offers the evidence of the senses with which consciousness the Lord rejects, because acceptance of the gift as a mode of the future would mean the fixation and perpetuation of the present state forever. The sick would be sick, the poor would be poor, the thief would be a thief, the murderer would be a murderer, and so on, without hope of redemption. The Lord, or consciousness, has no respect for such passive use of imagination, which is the gift of Cain. He delights in the gift of Abel, the active, voluntary, loving exercise of the imagination on behalf of man for himself and others. So again, when you use your imagination, you're using your faith, you're using your delusionalism, okay? And let me check something right here, because I think this is available on the TikTok shop. But let me see really quick. Oh no, it's not. It's not in there, Neville. Okay. Oh, GGO. Okay, it's not on here. It's not on us, so that's fine. So Sky Ranger. Look, write this down. Get a pen and a piece of paper, Sky Ranger. Let me know when you got a pen and a piece of paper. Let me know, okay? And I'm gonna give you a number to use. Okay. So it says that the weak man say, I am strong. So if you're weak, you're saying you're strong, which means you're operating in faith. You're saying I'm strong. You're not accepting what's fact. Excuse me, confirmation verb. You're not accepting what's factual. You are wanting what you don't see. So you're operating out of delusionalism. Let man disregard appearances and declare himself to be the man he wants to be. Let him imagine beauty where his senses reveal ashes, joy where they testify to mourning, riches where they bear witness to poverty. Only by such active, voluntary use of imagination can man be lifted up and Eden restored. The ideal is always waiting to be incarnated, but unless we ourselves offer the ideal to the Lord, our consciousness, by assuming that we are already that which we seek to embody, it is incapable of birth. The Lord needs his daily lamb of faith to mold the world in harmony with our dreams. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. And that's from Hebrews 11:4. Faith sacrifices the apparent fact for the unapparent truth. Faith holds fast to the fundamental truth that through the medium of an assumption, invisible states become visible facts. For what is faith unless it is to believe what you do not see? So again, this is the season to be absolutely, totally, and completely delusional. And then we actually, when we had stopped reading this, we stopped on chapter 5, the coin of heaven. And we'll resume that on another day. But right now, I want us to get into the vortex. Yes. Hey, Melody. We're going to get into the vortex, honey. So this is going to be our live collective reading about the vortex. These are the cards that I have. So I need to shuffle my cards. My hand's a little small, child. They're a little small. So I'm going to try to shuffle these cards as best as I can with my little itty bitty hands, child. Sky Ranger, did you go get a pencil and a piece of paper like I asked you to? And stop saying answer me, because I'm not going to answer you. Did you get the pen and the piece of paper? Because if you got the pen and the piece of paper, I'm about to tell you what I need you to do, okay? This is the only way I'm going to take you serious. No. What you can do is send me some money. If you're not going to send me some money, stop asking me these crazy ass questions. Hey, Young King. I'm still a C5. I'm still a C5 TikTok. I'm trying to make my way up to the A leagues, baby. That's where the celebrities be at. Okay, the celebrities be in the A leagues. I'm trying to get up there. Okay. Right, dollar sign. Capital T as in Tom. Capital O as in orange. Capital T as in Tom. Lowercase b as in boy. I as in igloo. S as in Sam. H as in happy. Okay, I'm taking donations to take this field trip to Washington, D.C. for the Library of Congress, where we will go and study and hey, Charles, and look at the Civil War, and we're going to look at the Federal Writers Project from the book that I'm writing, To Be a Slave. So if you would like to make a donation, that's where you would send your donation. Okay, Sky Ranger? That's what you can do instead of asking me all these crazy ass questions in the comments. Okay? Make a donation for the field trip to Washington, D.C. in the month of September. Charles, how you doing? Okay, hold on, y'all. These cards done failed. So now we're about to get into this live reading. So let's see what our reading is going to be about. Hey, y'all. In the perfect 30 minutes, this is the total amount of my live on YouTube will be 30 minutes because YouTube is my podcast channel. in season 4 of Eat the Cake, Drink the Wine, Fuck Them People podcast. I'm Coach TOT, your podcast host. We'll start on Saturday at 2:22 p.m. where we will finish reading To Be a Slave. We're closing it out with chapter 7 and the epilogue. I'm super excited about it. And then we are taking a field trip to Washington, D.C. to the Library of Congress, where we will actually go and look physically at these documents that were used for the writing of To Be a Slave. And we're also going to go and look at the Lincoln Monument, which I've been there before. And there were some things that I read at the Lincoln Monument that made me say, huh? And that's when I first learned that the Civil War did not start to end slavery. It started to take back the states. And if I'm not mistaken, that's written on the Lincoln Monument. Hey, Blaze, 1, 2, 3, hey, boo. So I'm super excited about this field trip that's coming up. So I'm trying to see what cards y'all supposed to get by getting into the vortex, because we need people to get into the vortex. Everything that you want and desire in life, it is in the vortex. And all you got to do is get in there. And you get in there through positive thoughts, positive affirmations, eliminating limiting beliefs. And that's how you segue into living a life of abundance. Okay, so we have, I can always enter my vibrational vortex of creation. The key to getting inside your vibrational vortex of creation, of experiencing the absolute absence of resistance, of achieving complete alignment with all that you have become and all that you desire, and of bringing to your physical experience everything that you desire, is being in the state of appreciation. And there is no more important object of attention to which you must flow your appreciation than that of self. Okay? Gratitude will always be my attitude. I'm always thankful and appreciative of everything. Even when stuff goes bad, I realize it's really working out for my good. When things don't work that I want to work, I realize it's really working out for my good. So I'm very appreciative of everything. I'm appreciative of when people come over to my lives, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on TikTok. 2222 is on the clock right now. And as I'm looking at this picture, so this is where the reading comes in at, okay? I'm 51, and 51 is on here. But in numerology, when you add that together, you get the number 6. But in looking at this, you see that yourself is within yourself, and you're always holding yourself up. So you have to be sure that you are very mindful of your thoughts and your actions, that you always stay positive and interact from a positive aspect with everything so you can continue to grow. As you do this, you'll continue to grow and you'll continue to flourish, and you'll start to see the things that are in your vortex come into your natural realm. But it all will start with you. Okay? So that's the reading that I just gave you all from this word, from that card rather. Okay, so remember the number 6. We have the number 6 because we got a little numerology going on. Okay, so let's see what the next card is. We're at 2333. Hey, Ariston, how you doing? Y'all, these cards is my little bitty hands and these big old cards, baby. Okay, this is the one that tried to come out. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align with you, your source, your action. Hold on, let me see. Okay. I had to be sure I ain't had that where I am cream showing no more. Okay, by seeking good feeling thoughts that align you with your source, your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thoughts. But action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable. Now, I'm going to read that again. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. So if you always have negative thoughts and you have negative stuff going on in your life, this is why. Hey, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Mwah, 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 mwah. Appreciate you. Now, if you always have thoughts and feelings of lack, that's why you always have lack, because that's what you're thinking of. But if you always think from a positive place and you always have positive experiences, that is why. If you always have thoughts of abundance and you always have these abundant things that happen to you, that is why. So the dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. Thank you, Danny. I'm so appreciative. Thank you for liking live. I appreciate you. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align you with your source, your action will then always feel good. So if you have a thought and that thought does not feel good, replace it with a positive thought. Just replace it with a positive thought. Sometimes I have thoughts and I'm like, yeah, I don't really like the way that feels. So I try to think of something that's a better thought for me. And then before you know it, I'm off to a better feeling. And that's how I really have these really great, awesome days, because I don't focus on the negative. I always try to stick to positive thoughts. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. So, what that means is if you're having a negative thought, you can't try to do something positive like works to get rid of that negative thought. You have to change the mindset. And as you change the mindset, everything will become positive. Like if you're doing a job and you hate doing a job, and you start saying, well, I'm going to just do it anyway because I need the money, it's gonna feel horrible the whole time. Even when you get the money, you still not gonna feel better. But if you say, okay, I'm doing this because you know what, I really like doing this, and that's why a lot of times, if I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. I still remember y'all be hearing me talking about Billy Bob all the time now, but Billy Bob wanted me to quit my job and come work for his company. I'm not finna do it. And the reason that I was not going to do it is because I felt like that was too much power to give somebody. Okay, if I'm like in a situation with you and I'm supposed to quit my job to give you the ability to determine if I eat or not. No, thank you. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Um, but I would help him out doing different things. But then it would be stuff he wanted me to do, and it's like I don't want to do that. And I just will not do what I don't want to do. I have so many different trades and different things that I can do. But if I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Like right now, if I need to go make some quick money right now, I know I can pull up some scissors and a comb. I can do some color. I can do some relax. I can do hair. But guess what? I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it, so I don't do it. And I just say, okay, there has to be another way. Because if this is something I do not want to do and I go and do it just for the money, that means I'm not going to have any pleasure when the money comes. So that's why I still have not decided to. I keep saying I'm going to go back into the hair world because you can make some really good money. And I was really good before I retired. But I'm like, right now, my heart still is not in it. So I'm not going to do it. So going into this, which is the reading of the actual card. You have the number 34. So 3 and 4 together gives us 7. So we have 6 and 7. So right now I see we have a sequence coming. Okay, it's lining up back to back. In reading this card, I'm seeing that there is duality going on, and you have to understand what the duality is and where to focus your attention. Once you find the right place to focus your attention and not be distracted, you will be able to pull in those things into your existence that you are truly desiring. That card lines up directly with this one right here. Okay? Which this said you had to really be mindful and center on self to get your thoughts and feelings together. And this one is saying once you decide which side of the duality to focus on, you'll start to see those things come into your existence. Okay, this is the last card of the reading, and we have 6 and 7. Okay, 6 and 7, and it's all the first card was saying this is a season to be completely delusional. Be completely delusional. The second card is saying, hey, as you're dealing with this duality, determine where you want to focus your attention at. So be completely delusional, but be sure that you focus your delusion in the right place so you can see that thing that you are really trying to manifest come in. Okay? Um, y'all, my hair is itching. I hate when my hair start itching. You paying all this money to get these braids and they go to itch and I be ready to take it out. But we're over time over here on YouTube. But that's okay. Well, this is our last reading and we're going to wrap YouTube up. Thank you for the likes over on TikTok. I appreciate it so much. Hey, Sabri, how you doing? How you doing? Sabri just comes, don't necessarily tap the screen and don't send gifts. And believe it or not, Sabri, you may not notice when people just sit, and I just learned this, if they sit and just watch the live, I think that's helpful, but somebody said it's not helpful as well, and I don't understand because if people are watching the live, I think that's helpful. But I think when they're tapping to show that they like the content, that's equally helpful. So thank you, Danny. I appreciate you. Okay, and this card flew out. Okay, it wasn't trying to come out. These two were trying to come out. Okay, they were trying to come out, and this is why these were selected. This one flew out. So this one says, attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Okay, so I don't want to control nobody. See, Sabra, I was talking to you. If you just want to sit up there and watch, baby, you just sit up there and watch. You ain't got to tap the screen. You ain't got to send no gifts. You ain't got to do nothing. I appreciate your interaction, your engagement. Okay, you're engaging by watching. You're not necessarily interacting, but you're engaging. So I appreciate that because the social media engagement and interaction are very important. So it is easy to understand how you will come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only you cannot contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. And I don't want to control or eliminate anybody. But like I block people on TikTok. Hey, Nope, what's up? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Like I block people on TikTok, I block people in real life too, because either you are here for my highest and greatest good, or you're here to try to wreck my nerves and throw me off my game. And on TikTok, the Trumpers and the Trumpettes, they be there to try to throw me off my game because they be trying to get me to snap. And I will snap, but I'm not gonna snap on TikTok, okay? So I just block that ass. And in real life, people do the same thing, but again, I just block that ass. So that's that. So look here, look here. What I just say? People will come to try to throw you off your game, and I block that ass because if they're not here for my highest and greatest good, then they are not supposed to be in my existence. And you have to be mindful and understand who is there. So as you get control of yourself, your thoughts, your actions, and your feelings, as you're being completely delusional in this time in your life, you'll start to bring in those things that you desire into your existence. Once you understand the duality and focus on the right thing, you'll bring those things into your existence, and you'll have to block out what does not fit. If it doesn't fit, block it out, because if you don't, it's going to mess up you bringing in your manifestation. So that is the reading for today for the Butterfly Collective. I thank you all for joining me. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Danny, so much. I love you so much. Over here on 3333, over here on YouTube. I will see you all on Saturday at 2:22 p.m. as we do our season 4 Eat the Cake, Drink the Wine, Fuck Them People podcast premiere. We will complete reading chapter 4 of To Be a Slave. Thank you all for joining. I love y'all. Bye.